G'day everyone, first thing I've done to make this table is I found a nice piece of round scrap metal and a long piece of scrap metal I could use for the leg of the table. Then I found some scrap metal I could use for the base. Now I'm collecting up different sized pieces of scrap metal I could use for the top of the table. Now I'm just making some minor adjustments for the scrap metal I'm using for the top of the table. If you want to be able to see this as the top of the table, what you want to do is turn it over, and therefore it'll make it easier to weld your scrap metal pieces on. Start with the biggest pieces of scrap metal like spanners. If you want to be able to see this on the top of the table, what you're going to do is turn it around to make it easier to weld, and then place the smaller pieces of scrap metal all around the table. Once you feel like you've got it how you want it to look, get ready to start welding. Make sure the top of the table is nice and flat. Now I'm going for the shiny look on this table, so I'm going to just grind it all off. I then got the scrap metal leg and grinded most of it off to make it look nice and shiny and smooth. Make sure you place it directly in the center and make sure it's nice and level. I then just tacked both of the sides, and then I made sure it was level once again. Now I'm doing the same thing, just grinding it off, making it nice and shiny. I then welded the disc rotor onto the leg of the table. I then used the grinder to just grind off all of those welds to make it nice and smooth. I then sprayed it all with a nice Duramax semi-gloss clear coat. Now it's time to create the seat. Now I've got a nice antique tractor seat I'm using. I've shined it all up, then I'm using all the pieces of scrap metal and welded it together, and just like before, spraying on some lacquer for that nice finish. Cost of the table $200 for my time, $6 for welding rods, $2 electricity, grinding disc $10, materials $60. Altogether that's $278 for expenses. Cost of the seat $20 for my time, $1 for welding rods, electricity 50 cents, materials $45. So the seat was roughly $66 to make. Total cost $344. I'll try to sell it at $600 to make a $255 profit. Thanks for making it to the end. I'll see you in the next one.